I can't believe our good friend Mr. Match, that we trusted for 2 whole games, would do us dirty like this.
I can't believe it. I can't believe
it's so fucked up. I hate it.
I can't believe he would ask us to break security and then we did it.
I can't believe Lan would do. Okay, yeah. Like,
I could actually believe, yeah, like,
yeah. That's extremely their MO.
So last time, hi. Everything's on fire.
I wonder what kind of technology this world uses that, like, you can just electronically make everything overheat, because, like...
Yeah.
We already do that shit with faulty lithium batteries, so, like, I don't know why you need an entire program to do all this.
Alright. So yeah, the net is on fire, so that's what we're gonna go deal with. Also, what this means is that, well, actually, you know what? Let's check. Alright. Element. So I'm gonna have to spend all these bubblers. And if we run out of those bubblers, I guess I use the ice waves that are not star?
Oh, right, because this dungeon is, like,
yeah,
a refrain of the gimmick that we were introduced to last time.
Correct. Oh, thank goodness, the internet doesn't have that same music going on. I was worried.
Hey, man. I know how much you love Tales games, but, like, have you ever considered the Sorcerer's Ring needed an ammo capacity?
No. I've never considered that in life.
Have you ever considered that maybe you need to consume your arts permanently?
Yeah, you ever go farm it, and then... Oh no, Mets. Wait, we have to go do something else. Hold on. We have to go do something completely different first. It's very important. We have Vpris.
Oh, right, we can do that in the middle of this dungeon, because the internet is the dungeon again.
Yeah, so... we need to go...
Oh no, the world where everything's hooked up to the internet. My thing's hooked up to the internet. That affects me. No!
Alright, we need to go to beach. And then... so to get to the boofer shop... it is... alright. Oh no, my car! The whole world is on fire. We are so screwed.
We're trying to find the guy who did this.
We all know. Alright. So we go into this gargoyle.
I mean, I know it's for a bit, but at the same time, I don't think I would immediately decide I gotta evacuate to Hades Island.
Yeah. Alright. Here's the boofer trader. Folder bag. So this is gonna be our Giga chip. We can get full cust here later as well.
Yeah, fortunately, that's much cheaper.
Yes. So, folder back. Let's go ahead and replace one of these invises. I like the picture on it. So it's 99 MB to have this as your set chip. They at least realize that. Alright. Anyway, back to... the internet is on fire. And by extension, the real world is on fire. Many things are on fire.
I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Alright. So again, like...
Hey, I'm glad the boarding pass machine and the train isn't on fucking fire.
Yeah. I feel like those should be, but like, that's like, we can't get anywhere in the game without those, so we can't turn those off. You know what I mean? We also...
What are you talking about? The internet is the dungeon. Okay, yeah. That's fucking bad, really.
Well, like, we'd have to be able to get to all the different... Well... Alright, so we need to put out all the flames.
But Slayo, my hours of gameplay.
Alright, let's see if we can get all of them in a line.
Yeah, Subway has no funding, so they couldn't fund IoT. Oh, man.
Well, they have the abandoned subway. That was like the... That was where we had, sword. Oh, nice. Yes, we...
Alternative joke, Subway would be the one place where it wouldn't be overheated. Because nothing is overheated over there. It's like eating raw dough.
Womp, womp. Yes, we did buy folder back. Alright, so we gotta put out all the fires. Alright, and putting out the fires, like in the other dungeon, does get us more.
Yeah, I don't think I actually understood the whole situation we're on over here until you did that. I'm just like, oh, these are all over the internet and we have to pixel hunt. This is miserable.
Meteors?
I mean, what if they simply dodged it? You don't know.
So, folder back. Full cost. So, folder back is a full cost when you use it. It's quite powerful. It also goes boom and shakes the screen a bunch. Alright, fire. Alright, more fire.
I don't think we ever did that during any of our Magic games. Just suddenly, like, slam the deck all over the place,
Yeah,
and it's
just
like,
boom.
I'll take a mulligan.
Nope. Sure, deleted. I don't know if Plasma 1 is a chip we've ever, like, used. Okay, more fires. Hey, McTimron, thank you for the sub. We're going through the internet, putting out internet fires, because the Internet of Things is on fire. Everybody's watches and things are just on fire. We're getting 20 cents. Alright.
Yeah, Sly and I were talking about it a little before the show, but we're very excited that Battle Network 6 is reinstating all of the cut content.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff that looks really exciting for the collection next month. 380, thanks for the sub. Welcome. Yeah, I'm super excited for the collection's release.
Yeah, they seem to be giving a shit positive.
Yes. Yep, more fire. So I went ahead and bought these bubblers, so we got some extras of those. Yep, alright, hold on. Oh, get all the bets in a line. Wait for it. Not too late. Yep, I knew it. One tiny fire over here. Are there any fires in the square? I wouldn't expect them, but, you know, at the same time. Alright. And I can't wait till
I love how good Metagel is.
I know, I can't wait till we get Metagel 3, because I think it's 170 damage. Like, just wild. Finish what you're doing first, you know? Alright. Doesn't look like we have any fires here. Okay, so now we need to finish off this area. I think it's literally all 4 areas. We're just gonna have to put out like 50 fires in. It's kind of a lot.
Okay, cool.
I know.
How would you rate this on a scale to FlamMan section?
Equivalent. Boom!
That bad, huh?
Maybe worse, because FlamMan was longer, but it didn't ask you to spend, like, chip resources.
That's true.
That part is the most annoying bit here, is that it asks you to actually, like, full spend stuff in the energy change.
Now, granted, the game as a whole, this stuff is nowhere near as egregious as Thousand Year Door, but I would extremely liken it to the things where people who love Battle Network 3 just conveniently forget the parts that suck, because the parts that are good stand out so much more.
Like, one of the things about it that makes it neat is that, like, again, with FlamMan, I really like the idea of we have turned the net into a dungeon.
Like, yeah, it is like we're getting the band all back together for one last ride. It is the game in review, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what stops me just from saying, it's fucking General White again, because, like, that is a good idea, whereas General White wasn't a good idea. It was a joke at the expense of the player, aka Paper Mario's whole fucking thing.
Okay, there we go. So you extinguish all the fires in AC/DC. And, like, also, it's really not, like, this whole bit, I actually think so okay, it's hard to compare the two because the problem with FreezeMan is that it's so damn long and annoying. A lot of stuff is blocked off. Here, we're basically just going through all 4 areas one by one and putting out the fires. And that's like that. This was just a walk through AC/DC 1, 2, 3. Like this wasn't like a really bad pixel hunt or anything like that. Like it just.
This wasn't like go do this now, go do this now, go do this, and there's no way of knowing when it's going to end, and it's just fucking interminable.
Right? Like look, I know what this is gonna be. It's gonna be we go through AC/DC, we go through Scilabs, we go through. Actually, can I go into Scilabs? I probably can't go in here, can I? I probably shouldn't have left the internet.
And then you have to get into a debate with the final boss for like 5 hours while he plays the semantics game at you. Not, oh wait, that's a different game. BN3 has a lot of parts that suck is the thing. Yeah, like again.
But it also has a lot of really fun parts, too. And like
it has a lot of really fun parts that people remember. People tend not to remember the bad stuff, but, again, this is like... it's nowhere near as, like, glaring as Thousand Year Door, because Battle Network 3 genuinely is a good game at heart.
Well, I think Thousand Year Door is also, that's why people...
Thousand Year Door is also good. I think I just, like... shit on Thousand Year Door a little bit more, despite the fact that I also really like it.
Look,
because it is mean in the bad way, the bad parts that it has.
But yeah, so we're gonna go take the train to Scilab area. And Scilab area is only 2 screens, so it should be as bad.
This is genuinely a good idea that kind of got mucked up a little bit in execution.
Again, I think the only thing I really dislike on the execution here is just the usage of a resource like we're doing kind of sucks. Wait, why did I invis with an anti-damage? But the fact that you have to fully spend chips, I think, is not a resource that the game should be like asking you to spend, because it has a different way of doing that, and it's called the chip trader.
Yeah.
And like, so it makes you feel bad for having used the chip trader. Like by the end of the hospital dungeon, I was almost out of fire chips. I had to start going into the stock of like real
that ones. Is a thing too, because like the chip trader is 1000% your shitty chip sink, and then it's asking you to put your money into a shitty chip sink elsewhere that's actually mandatory, and it's like, bro, like I already did that with Higsby. Higsby's my fix. Higsby's how I empty my folder. You can't ask this of me.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is like the combat and like the of these games is such a strong part. I don't really care what else is surrounding that basically at all.
Yeah, no. Like Battle Network 3, I know why people love it now. The mechanics are so good.
Alright, so we gotta go put out some fires again, that's fine. And like, if I wanted to make this a little faster, I could just turn on God, I'm never gonna hit this. I'm never gonna hit this mouse. I can just turn on sneak run and we make this finish in like, you know, like 10 minutes. But I kind of actually want to do fights because I want to try to get a new style. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, so let's use more bubblers. $300.
I think, like, I'm so much kinder on this, as opposed to, like, the stuff that gets shitty in, the Paper Mario the early Paper Mario games. only because, like, I can see the thought here, and even though it's, like, technically more mechanically egregious than the Hunt for General White, I respect it a lot more because it's coming from a good place, and I can understand the thought process, and the game's fun anyway and stuff. Whereas, like, running around a whole bunch of areas you've already been to and talking to people is just like, oh, okay, you've totally wasted my time. That's all.
But yeah, no, like I said, I think the thing that makes this annoying to me has nothing to do with, like, it's hard to compare it to FlamMan, like, because it's better than FlamMan, but it has a worse, like, resource, because we're spending...
Yeah, it's entirely contextual.
What do I want? Bub V. We'll use Bub V. Alright,
like, this should be worse because, like, the problem is more that it is asking you to put all of your garbage into a sink that really shouldn't be there because you already were putting your garbage into a sink that was much more profitable to you, and you probably would not have a whole bunch of shit available to put in the garbage disposal for this.
Yeah,
but like, I still like it more than FlamMan because I see the end of it.
Oh, well. I have fish, yeah.
And yeah, they do give you subject programs specifically so that you can address this issue.
Alright, and I think there's a fire over here. Yep, there's a fire over here. Yeah, if I turned on Sneak Run, this would go by fast, but I want to, like, specifically because we're doing FlamMan, the man named FlamMan.
It's the man what with the flam.
I want to try to do fights to get us closer to a style change, because we would change off of wood.
This is a good time to do it for what it's worth.
Yeah, like...
You know, while you're busy running around the entire internet, I mean, why not?
And, like, again, I am also getting more chips I can put into the chip traders, so... Oh, there's no fire.
It's entirely productive.
Let's go above side.
Again, like, another reason why I'm much more fine with this than FlamMan, because, like... we know what we're doing. We're, like...
Yep.
Everything is entirely spelled out for us, and we don't have to worry about when the whole thing is going to end.
Ooh, longsword, okay. You can't get past these doors.
I also wish we saw other people doing literally anything about this. Look.
We've established already very deeply in this game that... Dude, what the hell? The pawn just... Alright, Dasher takes pawn. Like, what? I guess? We've established at this point in 3 games that there's only one other competent person in the world, and their name is Chod. Like... There's nobody else.
I'll also say it's Higsby.
Higsby's quite competent at, like...
Higsby's probably the only competent adult.
True.
Okay, I know I've said things that I can't take back, but, like, the problem with our dad is that he's a Deus Ex Machina, and he is constantly out of the story for a lot of reasons, some of which strain belief considering how much our work overlaps with his in regards to, I don't know, keeping everyone safe from
Yeah,
internet
because
Armageddon.
we have a group of people who we could definitely see hanging out on the internet, helping out. Yeah, Sharkman and folks would be cool to see, just to see them like helping out.
By every metric,
We got Sharkman.
we really should be hanging out with our dad more because of the nature of our work. We're an official net battler. We work with ComSci all the friggin' time trying to solve these problems. But then, like, we try to ask Dad for help, and it's like, nah.
Oh my god, was that triple counter?
Nice.
Yes!
Oh, I love the triple S.
Easiest 8 bug frags. Love. I just heard like, boop, 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 and it's like, wait, oh, that's good. Alright.
I ain't afraid no sleep. I ain't afraid no bed.
Nope, midair. Rock arm O.
Okay, you know what? You raise a good point.
Oh yeah, there's one other competent adult who has a pretty nice beard.
And no other defining features. Couldn't put a name to him or anything.
Do we know if the localizations have been adjusted in the upcoming collections? Unsure. I know we've seen screenshots, but I haven't like seen like comparison notes on like if they've been changed at all or not. Like we know for certain that they've added back like the stuff removed from 6. But like yeah,
So
if they fix like load chod, I don't know, like that sort of stuff. Oh, alright. That's end of Psy. Again, thanks Mr. Match for calling us and letting us know when we're done. It's so nice of you to let us know when we're finished.
Just thinking about that bit at the end of Watch Dogs where, like, the villain gets, like, super omega hacker powers and he just makes fire hydrants pop in front of you every so often, and he's constantly calling you on the phone to be like, hey, fuck you, bud.
So, we got a thing here.
Yeah, we sure do.
It's like a really cool looking thing, and it's got 4 doors, and I probably shouldn't think about it. Anyway.
You're probably going to need to get all the battle chips and styles and stuff in the game. You're going to have to, like, 500% it.
If only there were, like, some codes that there were 4 of that we could use to... Anyway, let's go fix, Yoka area. Do I have press on? That's going to be a first question. Nav style... I do have press on, okay. I'll be happy when I don't have to have a bunch of my spaces taken up by these programs. Oh, hey, aboard. What's the deal with the gacha? Every time I go in the gacha, I just keep getting spreader star. This sucks.
You know, it's really fucking
Who's responsible
funny
for this?
You know, it's really fucking funny about, for a couple of days, until they recently fixed it, the Grand Blue Gacha would bug out a little bit, and, it would register R units as SSR, so you had, like, SSR skeleton.
SSR! Arg! Somebody's going to pay! I love that setup. I can't believe I'm getting owned by the gacha. Please stop me from being owned by the gacha. Yeah, the issues of being the first game with the system, indeed. Like, we have all these things that are like, oh yeah, we want our players to use this, so we have press and element change, but also those use up all your slots, so you can't do, like, cool things.
It's also why I'm, like, trying, at this point in time, now that I'm much older, to, like, understand growing pains in game development.
Alright, and then folder back!
Because originally my thought process would have been like, oh, this was a cool idea, but it was just kind of like shittily executed. And then it feels a little bit dismissive in that regard because it's just like, okay, but how else are you going to refine the cool idea?
Mega Man 1 exists so that every other Mega Man can gain from it, right? Like, yeah, why isn't there a Mahjong parlor in this game?
Yeah, I mean, like, you look at Mega Man 1 and you're like, why did they make a sequel to this garbage? And the answer is, because that team believes so strongly in the concept that they did it under the hood. Yeah, and it ended up selling enough to make a franchise.
But yeah, as is mentioned, like a folder for program, like a saving cust boards would be like the solution, right? So that you could swap between like, okay, now I want to go grab my cool, like the one that has the press on it or whatever, and now I want to grab the one that has my combat set up. I'll take more bubbler chips.
Mega Man 1 is also very technically impressive for the point in which it came out in the NES, because holy shit, Mega Man has 5 colors in his palette.
I want a tiny fire so bad, but I don't think we're getting one. I think a tiny fire would be really good. Alright, I'm gonna get you. Okay, they got moves. They're completely invincible. Yeah, no tiny fire.
Also, yeah, I'll cop to that. Like, Mega Man 1 is kind of like bleh, but only compared to other games that came after it that were so much better. And like, a lot of people don't look at 90% of the NES library because holy shit. Like, you know, talk about a system that was permeated with stinkers.
I like that we're back to using meteors again. That's fun.
Yeah, it's always nice to tread old ground, see where you've been.
Yeah, and like also see how it's like different in this iteration. Oh. It's a virus,
Nintendo is taking great pains to make sure people don't remember how that shit was on the NES. And, well, they failed, because guess what? I was a Bible kid growing up. I had Bible games. I had those fucking black cartridges that weren't official.
Without the Nintendo seal of approval.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta do a lot of wild shit for your faith, including, you know, actively doing stuff without permission.
Was there anything we're gonna buy here? I don't think... maybe the Black Bomb, but...
Did I play Sunday Fun Day? No, but I did play Bible Adventures. The 3-in-1 game with the Noah's Ark stacking game and the Moses stacking game and the David and Goliath. Well, it wasn't really a stacking game because you actually had a weapon in that one.
Alright, so we got all the side fires. This big wave chip is, like, just very stupidly strong. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great way to just kind of condense this down to a malaise while I'm busy ranting about fucking Bible Adventures on the NES.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, for what it's worth, I wasn't a SNES lad growing up, so I didn't get to access the good shit, like Super 3D Noah's Ark.
Keep thinking you're hitting the fast forward button on the emulator. I'm not. No, I have this button. I have the rewind button. That's very fun. I like having that one. I use that one when I'm doing farming to ensure battles are what I want. Oh my god! Destroyed.
Everyone knows we got places to be. They're all lining up.
Yeah. We got fires, literal fires to put out. You know? Not like figurative ones.
Not like figurative ones, I say, as I put out virtual fires on the internet.
Oh, right. Gaia Sword ate all my goodies. That didn't count as a double delete because they were that far apart. Okay, that's good to know. So, like, 3 squares is a little too... Oh, hey, a fire. Okay, we're not done yet. Or else we'd be told.
Yoko Taro version of this game where Lan's just like, you know, Mega Man, your entire existence is metaphorical, and then Mega Man's like, so is yours. And then Higsby's like, lol, Lamau, I'm drunk by my shirts.
Crunch. Okay, so here's another knockout. What a fire.
Can you imagine every chip in this game having some fucked up weapon story?
Oh my god.
About the programs that it was created from?
Oh, that's the thing I don't think I've mentioned about Totem. Totem heals you.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I've like when if you're like right behind it. The weapon story for Folderback, yeah.
I mean, I've definitely seen people like condense the vibes of a Yoko Taro weapon story into like that one throwaway joke about Patrick telling the story of the ugly barnacle to SpongeBob.
Nope, there's a fire. Alright, so I think that one is over at the Bubble Man fight arena, so we'll have to go over there. Now all that's left is the fan.
Yeah, it's just kind of blowing at you.
Give Metgel one. Alright. So...
Does Metagel count as a water?
It does.
Nice.
So, this area actually we're just freely farming water chips, which is like nice to have. You know, growing up, I would have predicted SpongeBob would be the cultural touchstone that it is. Yeah.
SpongeBob, early SpongeBob was very well written, is the thing. The jokes were really good.
Okay, so here's Bubble Man when we got the style change area, Bubble Man. Too fast.
Backing up. Backing up.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Ah, that was a buff right out.
Well, you backed up.
Ah, money. How much cash do we have? Okay, we're still in infinite cash area. It's like how old Simpsons is still a cultural touchstone because all the memes still exist.
I mean, there's a reason for early Simpsons being a cultural touchstone. And it is in no small part due to the fact that, like, for at least the first 7 seasons, you had writers that were meticulously mathing out every single joke that went in there. And most of the good folks left. And it's like...
As is with something long-running. It's hard to... You certainly can't keep something like that together as it is.
No, of course not.
So... More shrimpies. Alright. Come on, meteors. Okay, they got them. Right, near 30-year-old jokes still hit just as hard. Okay, this should be the last one for this area. Alright, there's our phone call. If we don't hurry, Dad's dead. Alright.
Hey, Aiden. Hey.
So,
Hey, Aiden. Hey, Aiden.
Oh, I don't want beach. Sorry. Again, we're going to beach, so I want Yoka area, remember. That's how it works. Here's everybody from the zoo. Alright. I'm gonna be back in just a moment, then we'll go do beach area.
Matt is treating this like Lan's gonna beat him primarily because he knows that Lan's gonna beat him because, like, good boy protagonist, power of plot friendship and all that. But at the same time, I wouldn't want a government that could just fucking do that, you know? I wouldn't want a government that could just let somebody fuck up all electronics all over the world just to put a kid through his paces.
Alright. So as we've, done about 100 times now, getting to beach area is actually through Yoka. I still don't think we can fight Metal Man 3 yet.
Well, yeah, everything's too hot.
True.
Actually, forget if Atomic Fire even did anything to Metal Man.
I don't think I've ever fought Metal Man with any weapon other than the Buster or Metal Blade. Like,
yeah, that's the problem, right? On paper, his weakness is supposed to be quick boomerang, but, well, you know how jokes go.
I don't like acting. 4 has a lot of small problems that all add up to make a very, like, poorly received game. Gameplay issues, heavy translation issues, the fact that you have to play through the game 3 times to play through the game fully, which just gets boring. A lot of bugs because with it. It just, like, from my understanding of it, having not played 4, like, it's all a lot of very small problems. 3 times you did, because there were 6 bits and you did 3, 2, 1 in playthroughs 1, 2, and 3. So if you wanted to play through the game fully, you had to do 3 full playthroughs for it. For all the navies.
The thing that also complicated this is that it was coming off the heels of Battle Network 3, one of the most well-received games in the series.
So, like, that's the sort of setup with it, is that it comes off the coming off the heels of 3, which is a very strong game. It fumbles the ball really heavy. And that...
If you traded before you beat the game once, it bricked your cart. That's a hell of a pull.
Again, bugs.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, I have not played it, but I'm pretty well familiar with it just from, you know, I've played I've played a lot of these, and like,
you've never been to hell, but you've heard enough about it and now want to go there for
basically,
vacation.
I didn't, you know, I just decided, nah, I'm good, you know. Damn it. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's you know, we're on 3 right now. I do plan on hitting 4, so we can kind of more in-depth explore that, because one of my things, this is something I tend to like doing nowadays. This is clearly way back in the day. I'll just not touch this. Like, if a game has like a reputation like that, I want to experience it to see exactly why it has that and what it does or doesn't work in it. That's why I stream Final Fantasy 13 1 through 3. You know, things like that. It's to me, it's important to like actually see what the problems are rather than just be told what they are, if you know what I mean.
Actually experience it so you can put a proper critical lens on it.
Yeah, because there might be problems that people talk about that are just like, this isn't really important in any way. It's just adding on to a, you know,
rationalization just because of hearsay or because of things that you may misremember or something.
Yeah. Or things that people dislike that are things you like about a game. I know, from the bits I know about 4, it has a combat system that has a really, like, really busted combat system and how strong you can be. And it also has some, like, some parts of the combat system, like, that a lot of players just will never touch on the surface because of the main conceit of it. being like permanent losses like we're doing here. Again, stuff we'll get into when we touch on 4. That at the moment, what I'm talking about right now is all secondhand, which is why like I'm definitely willing, like I want to kind of make sure that's mentioned when I'm talking about it, is that like this isn't my own experience, it's what I've heard.
Subwoofer's ice cream. That's a really good point to make. Like when people say 4 is bad, is it X5 bad or X6 bad? Because those are 2 different flavors of quote-unquote bad.
Medibot, that's very... The dark chips in particular are the very main mechanic that, like, there are a ton of people that are just going to be unable to play with that mechanic because of its main conceit.
I think the other thing too, following up on this, is like X5 bad is it just had some problems, but there was a good game underneath it all, and apparently enough people agreed with me that they made a good game out of it.
But Milieu, that's going to be very different for other people. Like for some folks, like it literally doesn't matter what's a -1, but in other folks, like it's a permanent loss. Like, oh my god, like I can never, I will never touch this mechanic. Like. And they're just gonna put it down. Yeah, that, like. The double counter, hell yeah.
For what it's worth, like, we are going to do Battle Network 4 in the future, so we will be able to, like, actually experience all these things that we're talking about and, like, make our own conclusions.
Yeah, so, but like, the big thing is, like, even if, I haven't played it, I've heard so many folks say, like, that is one of the big reasons, one of the big things, they just never touch that mechanic. So.
I mean, a dead body at a crime is a crime scene, so we gotta do an autopsy.
Check for more fires up here. I don't think there's any more fires in room 1 like this. Okay, there's no other fires in this area, so we just need to head back to front. Yeah, that specifically is one of the things I've been told a lot about 4, is that it is a, if you use this, you are, you're stuck with it, so I'll get more fires. And then 4 was such a, like, hit to the series, that, like 5 and 6 took the heat for it as well, is my understanding, especially from like how good 6 is.
The big takeaway that I got from that is that, like, the 2 best-selling Mega Man games of the time were Mega Man 2 and Battle Network 4. And Battle Network 4 sold so well primarily because of the good faith that people had from Battle Network 3. And so, Battle Network 4 having so many problems dramatically affected the sales of 5 and 6.
of funny. But a lot of people got in the Focus 5. 5 is a game I'm not, like, super familiar with. Like, that's one I like, I just don't know as much about. Oh my god, all my burnings. But yeah, as mentioned, we do plan on touching those. Going to hit a break between them, and heck, it could be we could just, like, when we do hit 4, 5, 6, we can play the remaster versions of them too. So
it's entirely possible.
Hey, buddy, jump in front of me. Good. Ooh, that's actually a real chip. Yeah, that's 150 on a star chip. Okay, so need to kind of check around back here, and this will tell us this might be. Yeah, again, as I've mentioned, my knowledge of the problems with 4, one of the bigger ones that, like, is that it just has a terrible translation. Alright, is this the last fire? I really hope this is the last fire. Oh, there's a phone call. And then, because you can do these in any order, here's your final phone call. FlamMan. Alright. Do you remember when we went into the Undernet?
Yeah, I'm really glad that we took care of that early.
Yeah, do you remember the area that had a bunch of fire torches?
Oh, you mean that really inconspicuous place that's just kind of out of the way and no one would ever bother to check there? I don't remember something like that.
Oh. Again, our plans here with Wily World 3 here in 3 are a lot more murderous. Obviously, the car one was the most murderous the car one was more comedy to me than anything because of how the cars exploded. The big murderous one in 1 was the, like, power outage in the building trying to knock everyone out.
Every time he tried to call me on the phone, I was just like, hey, Aiden. And now I'm just like, I'm totally poisoned. I'm totally Watch Dogs pilled, trying to make a comparison between Battle Network and Watch Dogs, and I'm dying.
I don't even remember the part of the game you're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just, like, it's Watch Dogs. My memory of that
game... It's Watch Dogs, of course you wouldn't remember.
Memory of that game...
Nothing happens.
My memory of that game begins and ends from the LP of Press F to Vault. That's it.
One of the numerous vignettes is that the bad guy attained, like, ultimate hacker god powers and is just, like, kind of pranking you on the phone constantly.
Uh-huh.
You have to get, to the place where you're going to inject the payload to make him stop doing that. and while you are driving there, he is constantly making fire hydrants pop or something, and then he's like ringing your phone going like, got him.
Gotcha.
Just like, okay, sure, bud.
Just constantly, like, there's no way you can stop me.
Yeah, just mostly being like, hey, Aiden, it's been a crazy ride, hasn't it? I'm just gonna mock you about all this other shit that doesn't matter.
Alright, now I have to hit you with you. Damn it. I'm kind of bad with Megaman as a chip.
By the way, just to set the stage for how tonally dissonant Watch Dogs actually is, this whole exchange and scenes going to the next place to drop off the payload came right after you killed Dead Mouse. Except you didn't kill Dead Mouse, because Dead Mouse is also in the DLC.
I never even thought to, like, think of Watch Dogs and Battle Network at the same time.
It's very similar in the sense that they're both IoT societies.
Right. Okay, so welcome on.
Except Battle Network wasn't made by, like, 11 different studios constantly vying for attention.
I like the background in the internet being very busted up as it is. Alright.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Lan's dad is just his dad and not his uncle that was hastily rewritten to be his uncle, despite the fact that all of his dialogue implies that he's his dad.
Oh,
and Lan definitely doesn't get into a shootout in a graveyard and get shot in the head 10 times, because Chip Cheesa made absolutely sure to put a tally on how many times Aiden Pierce got shot in the head during that whole thing. It's so fucking good.
I think we need to go up here, and then second teleport. There we go. Fuck them up! Random meteors. Oh no, this is the wrong one. It's the wrong
I would trust Lane with a firearm a hell of a lot more than I would Aiden Pierce. I mean, we've seen his aim.
I want this one instead. Oh, you concerned Land would throw the gun?
Concerned? I believe you mean sufficiently impressed.
Hold it back. I love folder back so much. Pop!
I mean, like, It's
crap, I'm back
it
in the
was
beginning.
always like Ubisoft open world cruft. We were never going to get anything cool or interesting.
Even I'm back at the start. I need to.
I say uninteresting like Watch Dogs isn't a fucking shambles that's hilarious to talk about.
Nope. I'll pop. It's fine. Womp.
Like we've talked about Battle Network 4's weird translation issues. Watch Dogs also had weird translation issues, primarily because Aiden Pierce has two names in the popular eye, the Vigilante and the Fox, and they couldn't decide between which of those names to call him in the final cut. So you've got like most of the game calling him the Vigilante, and then in side stories in the credits you see him occasionally be called the Fox.
Okay. Oh. Here we go. I just sensed something kind of immense power. FlamMan doesn't emit power like this. Oh shit. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Well, whatever it is, we don't have time to worry about it. Oh. Wonder what that was. Probably nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I
Anyway,
can beat you up then.
We're hard locked here on where we're going in the Undernet. Oh, volcanoes. That's fun. Alright, so Magnum, I'm just gonna let time out. Time's out in the center stage.
Ubisoft absolutely did not want people to enjoy the game as a messed up dog pile of nonsense. But alas, poor Yorick. They made it with like 50 billion studios.
Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
Oh my god, I forgot about the... Sorry.
I just got slammed. Yeah, I love the little... Oh no, don't do this.
I was gonna say that I forgot all about the fucking Aiden Pierce's iconic cap. You know that iconic headwear that hackers wear? You know, hackers, the people that definitely love to stand out and be very, very visible to people.
That's iconic. Alright, this fight might be bad. I just want to drop my style off for this. Let's try it with the style on one. Uh-oh. An earthquake! Oh
Chuck
god!
sandwiches.
Oh god, it's getting a little worse. The net literally broke in half.
Okay.
I've never heard of an earthquake in a cyber world. What the hell is going on here? It's that Navi again. Alright, well. Oh, thanks, man. Alright, power is the real ticket to living around the world. Yeah, so we gotta fight past our friend here.
But not until we have that other bit happen.
We need the quake to happen to make us, like... forced to go this way.
Yeah. I just don't respect any undernet NPC who just is roadblocking the way because it's like, okay, I'll just beat you up because that's how this shit works.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have any volcano chips. Volcano chips are interesting because they like eat lava for power. Crunch. Don't you feel it, Lamb? Ah, there's that immense power. Something's watching us. Something really weird's going on here in the Undernet. Something like... Alright, but there's the area. Thank goodness. Alright. There's FlamMan. Boy. Yeah, FlamMan, I don't like the design on FlamMan. I like the face on FlamMan a lot. Like,
It evokes Flame Hyanar too much, and I didn't realize that anyone would ever try and do that, but here we are.
Hey, Cernos, thanks for the sub. Alright. I was programmed ready. Alright, so... FlamMan. I don't want to take hits here because, you know, I'm in wood style.
Also, he's got candles.
Oh my god, I missed on that.
Okay, I was right to assume those were auras with special conditions.
Yep. Folder bag. Alright, we're thieving the area now. Crap. That's still a billion damage. Nice. This fight's going a lot cleaner than it should. By the way, folder back returns folder back.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Enjoy your infinite elixirs.
Yeah. Well. It's also a full gust. This chip's unreasonable at every speed. Okay, fine. Folder back. Trying to kill his regen candle, but... Also, I still have anti-damage on. I haven't taken the hit yet. Alright, cool.
Time walk. Return all cards from your graveyard and exile zone back into your hand. Eat shit.
Yeah, I don't take another turn. You have the elemental advantage and you never touch me. Burn him with your fire breath. Oh no. It's true, if we get hit by this, we have grass style where you get completely destroyed. I feel the power of the strong. Anyway, hey, what's up?
Why is Base so fucking powerful in this one?
Would you believe we'll get an explanation for that?
Okay.
But Base is now main game rather than post game. Do you want, so, FlamMan, please. Stand aside, you weakling. Nah, you're a chump. I don't give a shit about you. Because if you, so, like, I'm aware. But like, literally, he's here in 3. But yeah, like at the end of 2, we had our fight with Base. At the end of the second ending, where he's like, "Oh, okay, you're actually strong. Yo, let's rock." Rip that idiot. I handcrafted FlamMan, and he's gone? Alright. Peon's gone. Time for real battle. Alright. Let's see what we can do.
Doesn't even get another theme song.
Not in this fight. Alright, put up anti-damage. And drop meters. I said drop meters. By the way, I got hit for 200 from one of those.
Nice.
Put him upon. Alright, let's take some space, put down meteors, and pull up a folder back. Here we go again. By the way, the pawn, incredible. Effortless defense. Oh no. We're losing our pawn defense. Yeah, having trouble cutting through. But yeah, pawn is like a better cube. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna add these burners. Oh god.
So do you actually have to survive this? Or?
I think I have to lose it, if I remember the fight right. I'm certainly not winning it. You can't deal damage here. Like, I'm just seeing how long we can last, putting Base in the corner. Alright, put up a meteor block. Because I'm taking 200 damage from a touched shot there, which is like, anyway, meteor, 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 meteor. Alright, let's put a pawn in front here. Yeah. 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 Hold back. We actually could win this fight pretty simply if I could drop the aura. I just can't drop the aura.
That's a shame.
Yeah, scripted fight. It is what it is. Alright, good gimmick. At last, I found you, base! Alright, so not only was base following us, but we also have a second entry. From random generic Navi. There's still a human after me. Power of darkness. Boom. I will give myself over to the darkness to kill you, base. By the way, the plot's gone in a completely different direction. Nothing can harm you, huh? Alright. Let's give it a shot.
Now I want to talk.
Anyway, I've got all the Tetra codes. Oh, not that asshole. Fuck. So, Wily has his own plot in this game, and Base has his own plot in this game, and they're working together, and they both hate each other. I will have my revenge on the human race. Boom. Also, he actually did break the chip. Look at me. Alpha. Well, we're not dead.
That's a relief.
Look, that's pretty good for, like, fighting Base, usually. just on screen, he's got 1 kill here, and he might have had 2 if he didn't get called off. So, you know, really glad we had the go to 1 guts on. Oh yeah, Dad's dying. Sure, whatever. Yeah, I love FlamMan just getting absolutely obliterated. It's great.
Hey, Megaman, Dad's dying. Yes, so am I. What else is new?
Yeah, normally base has a 100 RO, which we could have broken and knocked out. But that's in the fights we've had previously. Also, the place is fine now. Let's go see Dad. See how Dad is. Is Dad dead? Did they take anybody in here to a hospital? Should we be going to the hospital instead? No, you're just here?
Yeah, no, they're fine. We fixed the thing.
What are you doing here? You need to be to the hospital. Get the hell out of here, Dad. Holy shit. Okay, he gets called out for this.
Okay, good.
Thump.
I was waiting for this.
All right. I can't believe somebody would attack Xylab. Who would have done this? It was me. I did it. Yeah, you should go home. I'll stay with Dad. So yeah, we now are having our own crisis of like, oh God, what did we do? Like, obviously we were duped by Flame, but like, by FlamMan and Match, but
he has a brother, but at the same time, Lynn is a latchkey kid right now, and he really needs one of his parents to be here with him.
Yeah, but his dad is
his dad is incapacitated, and his mom is just like, no, I'll watch Dad. Well, you know how this works. I'm like,
oh my God.
Really?
The tree, it absorbed the heat and then released steam. It's almost as though it acted like a sprinkler system. Good thing we didn't need to install one of those later.
Oh my God.
So we don't get to see it, but like there's a lot of talk about like a ton of destruction from the flames. No.
Definitely not the earthquakes or other wild weather incidents from the previous game.
Yeah. Well, and then the net earthquake that base set up. I can't believe we did it. Anyway, meanwhile at Wily, so all I have to do is get Alpha's data. Delete. Delete. Hey, Drill Man. For the sake of anarchy. We have a lot fewer operators in this game because one of the bits we have are more like, navies that don't have an operator. Bubble Man being our earlier one, but Drill Man here as well. Like, Drill Man is just sort of, go do the thing.
Honestly, I'm wondering to myself even why I don't just start with Drill Man in Mega Man 4. He's got the much better weapon, and he's got Rush Jet. And then Toad Man comes right after, so what the fuck?
Alright, so Land has been out for 3 days because his dad is... They think because his dad is in intensive care, but really, Lan is still having a crisis. He has no one to talk to. He doesn't want to do anything because he thinks he nearly killed his dad and also helped Wily and all sorts of, He's really hurt up about this. It sucks. Yeah, but Mom hasn't left. So Lan's literally just been alone with just his brother here for 3 days. And this is the super wrong thing to say. Not that they know it. Yeah, Lan just sort of like sitting on the bed. All right. We're gonna go say sorry to our friends.
Also, I love how it's Yai who said the wrong thing, and Mail's also just like, oh,
oh, hey, John. Oh no, you're here to arrest me. Shit, I'm dead. What are you talking about? Do you know what the Tetra codes are? They are the key to a door.
The scum.
So we don't really know what Alpha is, but we know it's bad. We also know that there was that Navi talking to Base about Alpha as well. If Alpha wakes up...
So I guess my understanding is that, like, Base is only cooperating with Dr. Wily because he gets to fight the really strong thing and then potentially, like, take its power to...
Part that and part he hates humans so goddamn much.
Yes.
So he's cool with waking it up and, Alright. The Forbidden Program! We can use the Forbidden Program to freeze Alpha. That program is in the Undernet. A Navi named S is in possession of it. Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I don't know if we're gonna get to S today, but...
It doesn't look like we
will. Probably not. But, so, we are being pulled into this because Proto Man's too well-known as officials, even though Mega Man's also, like, pretty well known. Yeah, we're not a cop, though. You really want to know? No. He has to, he feels like he needs to get this off his chest to somebody.
So, you know, telling the actual cop.
If you tell me any more, I'll have to arrest you. Shut up. God, fucking stop. Holy shit. Lan, go visit your dad. About what you told me, I never heard it. Thanks, John. So let's go visit Dad. I think Dad is in... You know,
Oh, hey, Sean, what's up?
So they didn't forget about Sean. So yeah, oh yeah, also Dad has a different portrait because he's wearing a different clothes here. But yeah,
didn't have to do that much work,
but yeah, so yeah, Sean's actually here, and I think that, like, this is one of my favorite bits in all of 3 is getting is like having Sean come back from 2, especially at a moment where, like, where it's pretty good for the narrative. Lan is really having trouble dealing with, like, what he did to help out Mr. Match, and, well, here's somebody who almost brought down the internet. Like, unfamiliar now. I commanded others to commit crimes. And so, yeah, as we, in 2, Sean was using the bug frags to make a fake base. And Base was annoyed at this.
Oh, hey, Sean, you're looking good for somebody who lived in ground zero of Cybergeddon radiation for years.
He's gonna die at the age of 25. Yeah, we have to explain it in this game because you could have just have played 3 and not played 2, so... He's trying to make amends for the crimes he did.
Sean, you literally killed people, my guy.
Yeah, but he's 10. Yeah, and so that's why, you know, Sean's here, is that he's a foil to where Lan is right now. Development of the virus breeder is finished. Come soon.
Oh shit! We got Monster Rancher.
All right. This is probably a good place for us to stop. I specifically wanted to get to Sean before we stop because I think that's like one of, again, this bit here and like how the game handles like Lan helping out Mr. Match, I think it's really good. And I think like it's a good use of Sean being here as a character. It's a good like thing that we build on, and then it moves us forward into our next scenario. So
yeah.
So yeah, anyway, we'll stop here for today. Going a little short today, but that's all right. This is a pretty good spot to stop on, and then we can move on to the Undernet. So, and yeah, we're going to be going into the Undernet, looking for the mysterious Navi S. So, yeah. Thank you all for joining. Hope you had a good one. And thank you, Vpris and FT, for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Hope you had a good time. And if you want to catch more, follow, subscribe, all that. Next streams are just the weekdays, 7 Central. Dragon Warrior Wednesdays are in post game of 3. So anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.